Hi everyone and welcome to The Crows Show, brought to you by Farmers Union Iced Coffee. Today we're at Crowmania here at Westlakes and surrounded by all the latest merchandise. Coming up in today's program, the game's over for one of the most respected men in football.
I'm one of the lucky ones in South Australia that's had a foot in the Port Adelaide camp and now a foot in the Adelaide camp.
Mark Rasciuto remembers the biggest night of his career.
Then I got a vote in the last round in the showdown, and yeah, all of a sudden I was up on stage with a Brownlow medal around my neck.
Meet the two players who reckon they can give Rowie and myself a run for our money.
Whoa! I can't believe it!
And the family divided by distance and football.
We've never played against each other in a footy game, my brother and I, so it's more the backyard rivalries.
The Crows are about to lose their long-time development coach and mentor, Alan Stewart. The man who's fostered and drafted some of the biggest names in football is retiring after nearly 3 decades at the top level. First as coach of Central Districts and then as recruiting manager at Port Adelaide. He tells us his draft bargains as well as some memorable moments.
It may seem tedious, but tomorrow's AFL draft is the only place clubs can claim new talent. And with pick 6, Port Adelaide will get quality.
I'd definitely go for a young player, and given the recent setback that Damon White's had as a tall forward, it's probably now come to some consideration that a taller player may go at that selection for us. It's not an exact science recruiting, but I've been fortunate that I've had a formula I've followed since way back in the Teal Cup days that has proven very successful in my opinion. I've always been someone that's rated the ball take. If you can't handle the shape of the ball, take it cleanly in congested play or even out in the open field of play. If you're a fumbler, you struggle to make the grade. So I think players that can handle the ball cleanly, once ball's in hand, can make a good decision and effective disposal. That's what I look at when I look at a player. You've got to have character to play this game. You've got to have good work ethic. You've got to be resilient. You've got to understand what your role is in the team. And you have to at times sacrifice your own game for the others in the team to benefit. So I've not changed how I've picked players for a long, long time, and I don't think I ever will. I'm very fortunate to be able to be involved with some very talented youngsters going back a long time ago. Stephen Kernahan, John Platten, Craig Bradley, Gary McIntosh, Gavin Wanganeen, Greg Anderson, Daryl Hart, Timmy Juniver, amazing, so many really good players to be involved with. I'm one of the lucky ones in South Australia that's had a foot in the Port Adelaide camp and now a foot in the Adelaide camp. And I've really enjoyed my time at the club. It's been really great to be able to be involved in football at this level.
The Crows are always exploring new ways of reaching out to school children. The players are using Skype to connect with youngsters in the country, either in their classrooms or at assembly.
So the Skype sessions are an initiative of the Adelaide Footy Club to connect to regional schools throughout South Australia. So we have 10 schools that we're trialling the Skype sessions with.
Who's your role model?
Who's my role model? Growing up, it used to be Nathan Buckley, being a Collingwood supporter, who was a gun player and was awesome. Now coaches Collingwood.
It's very hard with a busy training program for our players to visit regional areas, so we see this as an initiative to connect to regional schools throughout South Australia, and the players are really forthwilling in putting their time and effort into talking to schools. They love it. They can connect back to their local school or other schools that are in the program, and we're finding some great feedback from the teachers and the schools. It also links with our Growing Gratitude Schools program with the 5 Habits of Happiness, talking about building resilience, being positive, well-being and health messages are the key that the students try to ask.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. No worries, and hopefully I can see you soon.
After the break, we'll catch up with footballer turned property developer Richard Douglas.